Magnetic field due to a current carrying circular coil is our topic today. Here we are going to apply Biot-Savart law. So our aim is if you have a circular current carrying coil, a coil like this, a coil is placed there. The plane of the coil is perpendicular to the board. So this is the directional current through the coil. Current flows like this in this direction. Let I be the current flowing through the coil. I is the current. Okay. So we have the center of the coil O, R be the radius. Now this distance is x. From the center of the coil to a particular point on the axis, distance is x. What we need to find? We need to find the net magnetic field at this point. That's our aim. Okay. So we are going to find the magnetic field at this point due to the entire current carrying circular coil. The circular coil is having a radius capital R. Now what I am considering is I am going to consider small element of the current carrying circular coil AB. AB is a small element. It's an infinitesimally small element of the coil. DL is the length. Here I have considered one more element diametrically opposite having same length, that is A dash, B dash. These are two elements. Okay. Now I will show one arrangement here like this. Exactly having the same shape. This is a circular coil. It is placed like this. Okay, the plane of the coil is perpendicular to the board. Now this is the center. This is the axial line. This is indicating the radius. Okay. Now what our aim is, first we will find the magnetic field due to this element at this point. This element is having a length dl. We know that by Biot-Savart law, this element will produce a magnetic field at a point. Let this distance be a. What is the value of magnetic field? dB is equal to means 0 by 4 pi into I dl. I means the current. dl is the length of the element. Then divide by a square. This length. The line joining element to the point a square. What is sin theta here? Sin theta is the angle between the element and this line. So by looking here, we cannot get any idea about the angle theta. Okay. So for this, we need to see this shape. This is the element. You can see a red colored small element. This is a small element. And this is a line joining. So the element makes an angle with the line joining. Here you can see, exactly you can see in this direction. What is angle? So when you look at here, you can see this angle will be 90 degree. Easily you can see. This is the element and this is the line joining. So this is the direction of the element, and with the line joining it is make an angle 90 degree. Okay. So this angle will be 90 degree. So what I have to use sine 90 I need to use. When I substitute sine 90 has a value 1. Okay. So what will be the equation? dB is equal to 0 by 4 pi into I dl by a square. So this is the value of magnetic field at this point. Okay. Now we can see the angles here. This angle is beta. This angle also beta. This length is also equal to a. Okay. Equivalent to this. This is another element diametrically opposite. So we have got the value of magnetic field. Strength of magnetic field we have got in magnitude is 0 by 4 pi into I dl by a square. Now next what we need to find is we need to see the direction of the magnetic field. To find the direction of the magnetic field, what we need to apply is we need to apply right-handed thumb rule. Okay. So in this case, this is the element. The element is carrying current in this direction. This is a directional current. So for this element, I need to place my thumb like this. I need to grasp in a circular path. Okay. When I grasp, I am getting a circular path. This circular path is indicating magnetic field line. Now the circular path should touch, it should come like this at this point. I need to find a magnetic field at this point. So this is a circular path. This will be the center, and to draw a big circle like this. This is a magnetic field in a circular shape. Okay. So I am getting a circle like this. So what about the direction of magnetic field at this point? This will be the direction. I can place like this. This will be the direction of magnetic field. Okay. This is the direction of magnetic field. Why? Because I need to find a tangent there at that point in this direction. I need to find the tangent. So this will be the direction of tangent. Okay. Now clearly you can see in this diagram, this is a small element AB. Then I have considered this element will be center. Then in the plane of the board, I can draw a circle. The circle is indicating magnetic field line. At this point, we have the tangent. This is the direction of magnetic field. Similarly, what about this? So if current is flowing through the upper element in this direction, lower element it will be in opposite direction like this. Okay. So I need to place the thumb in opposite direction, that is this direction. Again I am grasping. So current in this direction, I need to grasp. So when I grasp at this point, this will be the direction. Okay. So this will be the center. So this is the direction of current. I am placing my thumb like this. So the finger will go in this direction. So tangent is towards this direction. And here you can see this is the direction around this element. This is the direction of magnetic field. Okay. So what is the grasping direction here? Here this is the direction where we are grasping. That's why we are getting a tangent in this direction. Here we are grasping in the opposite direction. This is the direction. Because in both elements, current will be in opposite direction. Okay. So here direction of current is in this direction, here in opposite direction. That's why we are getting a tangent in opposite directions. So both elements are producing magnetic field. These are the directions of the magnetic field. We have got magnetic field due to this element in this direction, due to this element in this direction. This angle I have marked beta. If this angle is beta, this already is 90 degree. How this is 90 degree? Because in this diagram you can see this is a magnetic circular field line. This is the radius of the circle. Okay, this is a radius and this is a tangent. What is the angle between radius and tangent? This is acting as a radius. This is a tangent. This angle should be 90 degree. If this angle is 90 degree, if this is beta, what is this angle? This will be 90 minus beta. Certainly it will be. Because beta plus 90 plus this angle. I can give value x like this. Beta plus this is 90. Beta plus this is 90. I'll give this value x. X is equal to 180 degree. So what is x? X is equal to 90 minus beta. This is 90 minus beta. This angle is 90 degree because this is vertical and this is horizontal. What is the remaining angle here? This is 90 minus beta. This will be beta. Okay. Similarly here also we have the angle beta. Here also we have beta. Now we'll see the components. We will take the components of dB along vertical and horizontal direction. We can see that the vertical component, since it is along with this angle, beta is an angle, here we can say this component will be dB. What component I need to take? dB cos beta. Okay, for this also there will be dB cos beta. We have got cos components. That is, the vertical components are cos, vertically upward and vertically downward. What about the horizontal components? It will be dB sin beta I need to take. Okay. So this also has a dB sin beta. How to take components that we have already learned in the +1 class. Okay. Anyway, I'll explain once again at last how to take these components. So we have got two components, dB cos beta and dB, sorry, not theta, it is beta. dB cos beta, dB cos beta, equal and opposite. This in the upward direction, this in the downward direction. Now these two are the same direction. dB sin beta due to this element, this dB sin beta due to this element. So our aim is to find the net magnetic field. Okay, what we will do to find net magnetic field? We need to add these four components. When we add these two components, this is an upward direction positive value, this is in downward negative value. Having same values, dB cos beta, dB cos beta, when you add, what will happen? The net value will be 0. What about these two components? They are in same direction, they are positive, we need to add them, we will get positive value. So what's the net component? We can say net will be equal to dB sin beta. So when we take two elements, we will get 2 dB sin beta. We need to take many such elements, diametrically opposite pairs we need to take. So to find net field, what we have to do? We have to add such dB sin beta components. So net field is equal to integral dB sin beta. Now in figure, what is sin beta? In figure you can see sin beta is equal to, here sin beta is equal to, sin means opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, opposite by hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? A. So I will take R by A. Okay, opposite by hypotenuse R by A. So I will substitute here is equal to integral dB into, what is sin beta? R by A. So again B is equal to, what is integral dB? dB has a value mu 0 by 4 pi into I dl by A square, then R by A. Here except dl, all others are constants, so we can take it outside. Okay, so we'll take mu 0 I R by A square into A cube, so 4 pi A cube, we'll take outside integration. Now inside what we have dl, integral of dl. Okay, what is integral of dl? dl is the length of the small element here. So when you add such total length of each element, when you consider many elements, the element we need to add, length of each element we need to add, it should be equal to circumference of the circle. Okay, when we add such each and every element here, we'll get a circumference. That is equal to 2 pi r. So we can substitute here. We have b is equal to, what is the equation? Mu 0 I r by 4 pi a cube into, what is dl? Integral dl is equal to 2 pi r. Pi cancels, 1, 2 cancels, you will have 2. So what is the resulting equation? B is equal to mu 0 I r square by 2a cube. Okay. Now we need to convert this a. By Pythagoras theorem, in this triangle you can see a square is equal, we can write a square is equal to x square plus r square. Okay. Now we'll use a square. Now what is a? A is equal to x square plus r square raised to 1 by 2. This is a. We need a cube here. Now what is a cube? We can say a cube is equal to cube of this. When you take cube of this, you will have 3 by 2 raised to 3 by 2 x square plus r square raised to 3 by 2. This will substitute here. So what is b? B is equal to mu 0 I r square by 2 into x square plus r square raised to 3 by 2. This is our equation to find the net magnetic field at this point along the axis. Now let us assume that the point P, this point is, I will mark the point, this is our point. Let this point be along the center. This point comes to center. Okay, means we need to find a magnetic field at the center of the circular loop. So what we have to do, when this point comes to the center, the value of x decreases, it will gradually decrease and here it will become 0. So we need to put a 0 here instead of x. So I can say at center of loop. At center of loop, what we will do? We will do x is equal to 0. Okay, so what is b? B is equal to, this will become 0. So you will get mu 0 I r square by 2 into, this is 0. So remaining is r square raised to 3 by 2. This 2 cancels. What will you get? You will get r cube, r square. R square cancel. So denominator you have r. So b is equal to mu 0 I by 2r. This is our equation. At the center of the circular loop, this is the value of the magnetic field. Okay. Now what about the net direction? So the magnetic field is along the horizontal direction. Vertical where components are cancelled. So what is the direction of the magnetic field? This is the direction of net magnetic field along this direction. I can say this will be the direction of net magnetic field. Okay. Since current is flowing in this direction. Current reverses. What will be the direction? Direction will be towards the opposite direction. So if for this direction, in this direction, if current is flowing like this, in this direction, the magnetic field is in this direction, along this direction. When current reverses, the magnetic field will be towards this direction. So magnetic field reverses. Okay. So that's the direction and magnitude of magnetic field at any point on the axis at a distance x from the center of the circular loop. This is at the center, mu 0 I by 2r. Now I'll explain how we have taken the component. So if you have a vector like this, we have a vector. Let this vector make an angle theta here. Okay, let A be the length of the vector. Now I'll take this length is x axis, here y axis. I'll take this length y. What is sine theta here? Sine theta is equal to opposite side. This is opposite side of y by what is hypotenuse length a, y by a. And what is cos theta here? Cos theta means adjacent side x by a. So what is y? Y is equal to a sine theta and x is equal to a cos theta from these two equations. So y is equal to a sine, this is y. I can write here a sine theta. Okay, here a sine theta. Here what x? I need to write a cos theta. So what I have taken? The component along with the angle I have taken cos. the component away from the angle. This is angle. So this I can take this away from the angle. I have taken a sine component. So the component towards the angle is taken cos. The component away from the angle I have taken sine. So that's a method of taking components. Okay. So we have got the value of magnetic field at any point along the axis at a distance x from the center, and also at the center of the circular loop, that is mu 0 I by 2r. This is for a single loop. If you have n loops, what we need to do? For n turns, if n is the number of turns, we have the equation, we need to multiply n on both the equations. So b will be equal to mu 0 n I r square by 2 into x square plus r square raised to 3 by 2. Here also for n turns, what we will do? At the center we can write b is equal to mu 0 n I by 2r. Okay, so we have seen the magnetic field there due to a current in a circular coil. The main things you have to keep in mind are, first one, the angle between element and the line joining. Here you can see this angle will be 90 degree. In this figure it is difficult for you to understand. Okay, now another one I have explained is the direction of tangent magnetic field. If this is the element, we need to consider big circle lines, big circle passing through this point. You can see in this diagram. So in this direction, this is a direction of grasping. If you have grasping like this, is a direction. Okay, grasping like this. So this is a direction of magnetic field. For this element, grasping will be in opposite direction. So in this direction, you are grasping. So this is a direction of magnetic field, and it is clearly indicated in this figure. Okay, hope that you have understood. Thank you.